We dig diamonds from the ground, but when we dig diamonds from the ground, they are not shining. But the fact that they are in dust either doesn't mean that they are valueless. All we are saying is that your talent is like diamond in the dust. Identify the diamond that is in you. Once you identify that diamond, look after it, protect it, and then develop it. Talent is something that every one of us has. If you are not sure about your talent, perhaps this is a wake-up call, an opportunity for us to reflect what you have and identify what your talent is. Because virtually everyone has a talent, and you do have a talent too. So it's important for us to explore what talents you have so that you can bring those talents to the world. Because all the talents that are in people, they are needed here on the earth. They are needed to serve humanity. And we all depend on each other. And you also have to come to the party with your talent. But you can't help us if you don't know what your talent is. So your biggest responsibility is to identify what your talent is. Because you have goods. You are carrying goods. Your goods are your talents. What you are able to offer the world so that the world is better off because you are here. So whether you believe in God or you believe in the universe, whatever you call your higher power, that is the source of your talent. And your responsibility is to manifest that talent so that we can share what you are capable of achieving, because we all need each other and we all possess what we need. It is part of the human race. So instead of you finding time to criticize me, to look at me, how I look, how I speak, how I comment on subject matters, and how I behave, perhaps if I live close to you or if we ever interact close to one another, it's important that you spend your time. I've seen many people, I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but what I'm simply saying is that I see many people spending a lot of their time, spending their time on Facebook, commenting on every subject that is shared on Facebook, and getting angry about what other people are saying or how other people comment on certain things, how other people's points of views are. It's important, yes, to comment, but I think if you dwell most of your time on doing this, you might mess them up, because there is never a reward for criticism and judgment. Listen, we don't need judges. The judges are already there. They're in the courts. They are full-time judges. That is where we need them. But for you and me, we don't need you to be commenting. Most people are willing to spend so much time commenting on Facebook, on Twitter, on many other platforms, and venting their anger. While that might satisfy some, there's never a talent that we need that resides in a person who is always criticizing what is happening somewhere else. Yes, your criticism might be the most noted criticism, but the reality is that nobody cares about anyone who criticizes. We never give awards to people who criticize others, but we're looking for people who are willing to bring ideas to this world, and you are one of them. Bring your ideas to this world so that we can contribute to the human race. If someone is not doing it right, or if someone doesn't look the way you think they should, if they don't do makeup the way you think they should, please don't comment. That is the way they do their own makeup. Please spend your time on yourself. The fact that someone puts out their work out there deserves everyone to comment. If they are looking for reviews, well and good, that's fine. But if they are not looking for reviews, your comments are not necessary. So you can't go around spending all your time looking for opportunities to comment and criticize and express your anger. So you need to identify where is it that you excel well, so that you're able to contribute to this human race. Because if you don't spend that time, you will always be spending a lot of time on other people's affairs, seeing something wrong around. And there are plenty of wrong things around the world. Just like anything else, talent is in everyone. But the biggest challenge people have is that we don't have time to identify what the talent is. We don't have time because we are always in other people's affairs. We need time to ourselves to be able to identify what we have, what we are carrying. And when we identify that talent, we need to find where do we apply the talent. And how can we apply the talent that we have to better human race, to better our sources of income, to better our family life, to better the community, and to better the whole world. Some people say, I don't have talent. That is not necessarily true. Everyone has a talent. Some people say, I don't know my talent. That is true also, because if you don't know your talent, your biggest job is to find what the talent is and manifest it, because that is what you should do. The talent is hidden in there. So you need to identify what your talent is. It requires effort to identify it. Manifest the talent so that it can look after you. It can help you to be respected, to contribute to society. But talent needs to be developed. Talent is a skill that you are born with. It's a skill that you find easy to manifest. Something that you can easily do without a lot of strain. But in as much as it is within you, it needs to be developed. So when you identify your talent, you now need to spend time improving on your talent and identifying ways of making it more relevant to people and how it can contribute to society. Because you might have the talent and you might not see how it contributes to society. And that is the challenge. Some people know what their talent is, but they don't want that talent. They want other people's talent. So they want to copy what I'm doing now. They want to copy my life and discard what their talent is. So as a result, what happens? They strain themselves. They find it difficult to try and copy and live the life of another person. They are always trying to be another person. They are always trying to copy another person. They are always trying to manifest the behavior of another person. They are always trying to copy the talent that another person has. It's because they are not focusing on themselves. They like someone else's talent. And as a result, they don't have time for their own talent. Because if you don't spend time on developing your own talent, what actually happens is that you become very dissatisfied with who you are, what you have, your lot in life. You think you're disadvantaged, so and so on has it easy. What you don't know is that the person that you're saying has it easy. Identify their talent early, because they spend time identifying what the talent is and then sitting down and developing the talent and nurturing it so that it can be of use to society. Sometimes we have a talent but we don't know what to do with it. That is where we need you now to think about what to do with talent. Because if you have a talent but you don't like the talent, imagine what will happen. What will happen is that you keep looking to other people because you think that their talent is better than yours. As a result, what happens is you are dissatisfied still. You keep the talent, you keep suppressing the talent. Talent, if you have it within you, it keeps burning to express itself, to come out, to manifest itself. But if you don't like the talent you have, you keep suppressing the talent and going in opposition to it. Pay attention to yourself. But you can only do this if you are focusing on yourself. And some people actually don't have time for themselves. They have time to comment on what's happening on WhatsApp, what's happening on Facebook, what's happening on Twitter, what's in the news, and who has said what. They get angry with so-and-so's comments. While that keeps you very busy, it takes you nowhere. It deprives the whole world of an opportunity to be saved by your talent, to be better because you were given the talent. But the problem is, if you don't want to manifest that talent, everyone else suffers. And as a result, we are always off because you are not manifesting your gift. Sit down right now and start thinking about what your talent is. If you don't know what your talent is, spend the next 1 year trying to find out. Ask other people, what do you think my talent is? If you are 30 years, 40 years by now, and you haven't figured out what your talent is, take that seriously and think again. You might probably find that it's not very far off. So pay attention to yourself, the small inborn skills, and nurture them and see what they could be. Identify what business that could be. Because the world is waiting for the product that is going to come out of that talent. And we depend on you. Rather than for you to spend 2 hours commenting on what is happening on Facebook, updating everyone on news that is happening somewhere else. We don't really need that. The television and the radios are there. That's just their job. You don't have to compete with the radio and television to try and update us on what's happening across the whole world. Try to find time for yourself. Talent will always manifest itself in you. But don't suppress what you have. Let it come out. But if you imagine you suppress that talent of singing that you already have, and you want to comment and express anger on Twitter for someone who has said something, we understand, but we will not give you a medal for it. If you have time that is favorable, consider using this time seriously to improve on the talent that you have. Everyone has a talent. Just because you have a talent does not necessarily mean that it is perfect. Just like diamond is, we dig diamonds from the ground. But when we dig diamonds from the ground, they are not shiny. But the fact that they are in dust either doesn't mean that they are valueless. All we are saying is that your talent is like diamond in the dust. Identify the diamond that is in you. Once you identify that diamond, look after it, protect it, and then develop it. Polish the diamond in you so that it can shine. Then it becomes more valuable. Then that it becomes manifest to other people. Then that's when it can contribute to the society. And everyone is looking for diamonds. It's not that because they've been mined last year, they are no longer needed. You might find that your talent, there are other people who already have your talent. And that is not a reason for you to be afraid, because the way you will offer your talent to the world is unique to you. And that is what distinguishes you. And that is what makes you unique, because you are a unique individual. Everyone is unique. unique. Everyone there has their own style. Think of how many restaurants there are in the world. Probably here in Australia, think of restaurants that are in city. One would argue, if you have a talent in being a chef, aren't there so many restaurants? There are many restaurants, but we still need chefs because every chef brings in a unique brand of themselves, their personality, the way they interact with the customer, the way they prepare their meals, the way they provide their hospitality. It's unique. So don't worry about the fact that your talent is probably in abundance, because all we need is to have a unique you offering the service, bringing your goods to the market, because we are the market, we are the consumers. We want to consume your goods. Your goods are your own design, and we treasure that. And that is why, in as much as there are many chefs across the whole country, we still demand chefs. Don't be discouraged by the commonality of your skill. There's no one who has thrown away diamonds just because they have dust. Everyone digs diamonds from the dust. Once they find them, they polish them. Everyone has a skill. Once they find it, they should polish the skill. They should practice the skill. They should manifest the skill so that people can see it. We tend to devote too much time to news media. So as a result, we deprive not just ourselves, but we deprive the whole world of our own skills, because we never take time to uncover what we have so that we offer it to the world. The world is waiting for us, but we don't have time for ourselves to give the world what it is waiting for. If only we can buy back time from our seemingly exciting tasks of commenting, of judging, of providing opinions. It feels good to give an opinion. But the bottom line is that nobody is asking for your opinion. Nobody wants it. Opinions that are given for free are cheap. So one wonders, if you are giving opinions for free, whether they are really taken seriously. If they are not, aren't you wasting your time? That's my point. If you think you are wasting your time, why don't you take your time seriously and value yourself? Because that's the beginning of buying back time to yourself, so that you're able to dedicate more time to things that contribute to your life. There is demand for skills. We want talented people to provide services that are not available, or to provide unique services that are available, but we want the diversity of offerings on the market, so that we are able to enjoy different services. Come back and give the world what it wants. Don't spend a lot of time arguing about with yourself and saying, no one wants my skill. This skill is so common. No, put the skill on the market. Let the market tell you and give you feedback. If your skill needs improvement, the market will tell you. But if you are trying to copy a skill which you are not talented, you will struggle on the market. Spend time on the skills that you are talented, because that is where your gift is. But if you are going to copy the skill of someone else, like LeBron James, you're going to copy the skill of Michael Jordan, you will not be fulfilled, because you will strain. Don't strain trying to perform the skill of someone else. Perform the skill that you are gifted to. Find that out within yourself and dedicate time providing. Keep nurturing the skill. Like anything else, nurturing a skill and polishing it up so that it is relevant to the market might require you to take time off, to focus on yourself, to find ways of improving it, to consult others, or even seek a mentor to help you improve your skill and polish it up. So when opportunity then comes for you to serve the community, when you are prepared, when you have polished your talent, then you will excel and no one can stop you. But if you have been hiding your talent, and when opportunity arises, you will just not be able to deliver, because you were not practicing the skill. You were trying to copy someone's skill because you think you love that skill. If you can, consider the skills that you have, the talent that you have naturally, and manifest those talents. Because if you manifest what you can do easily and naturally, and if you polish that up, it will be like a shiny diamond. And the world will be better. But pay attention to yourself. You can do it. You have what you need. Don't spend time looking at someone else's talent. So you have potential, but only if you do something about your talent. Only if you buy back time from doing other things. Don't make that your responsibility to be getting angry about what each and everyone is saying about a particular subject. That doesn't take us anyway. So as a result, we have a whole bunch of people on earth who think they don't have talent. We think that some people are simply lucky, they are fortunate, and they themselves are just there to occupy space on the earth.